taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
We'll probably do the recaps like tomorrow. I know it's starting to get a little late and whatnot.
Come on, pops! Oh man, that at least that one recap. One.
Chisora should retire. That's all I got.
And he says he's not, which is even scarier.
Oh,
that's so trash. Come on, man.
I mean, one thing about like this past weekend fight, like, I mean, yeah, like I said, that wasn't the only fight where I said a fighter needed to retire, because there was another fight that Chocolatito, I just personally think that he's starting to see better days.
Who, Chocolatito?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I still thought he won, but yeah.
I had it a draw.
Hey, you know what? Let me talk about that real quick. I had that fight 9-3 Estrada, right?
Damn.
I think a lot of people like Chocolatito. I think from him just being so great for so long, I think a lot of people have an emotional connection to fucking Chocolatito, bro. And
you know what? We might as well go into it, because now I feel we might need to
get into it, nigga.
I feel like people are like was invested. Even me in the beginning, I'm like, damn, like I wanted Chalk to win because I feel like he got done dirty last fight and shit like that. But yo, a lot of those rounds, man, Estrada was first. He was landing every time fucking Chocolatito would land. Estrada was landing right after him. Like he had maybe 1 or 2 rounds where he looked like he was getting a little tired, but Chocolatito was cutting the ring off. He wasn't punching like at certain times and shit like that. Like he would cut the ring off and just stand there. Like, you know what I'm saying? And fucking Estrada was taking advantage of that shit, man. I had that shit easy, Estrada. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what everybody else was seeing, but no, I had that shit for Estrada.
Yeah, no, this was an Estrada fight, because Chocolatito, for whatever reason, he gave away way too many fucking rounds early.
Man, I didn't see nobody with no fucking died rounds. I don't know what the fuck y'all was.
I had it a draw.
I could see it a draw.
I mean, honestly,
neither one of those niggas look good to dominate like that.
I feel like Chocolatito couldn't step on the gas, bro.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it was, because you can tell, and that's the first sign you can see in the fighter. Like, they can see the openings, they can see what they just couldn't do. And I think Chocolatito, I think he's had too many hard fights. He's had way too many hard fights. Actually,
I feel like there was a time like in the middle rounds where Chocolatito swept like 4 in a row though.
That's what I'm saying. Like, dude,
he was winning the middle.
I think it was. I don't know if it was 3 or 4, but I think Roman Gonzalez in 3 or 4 was like won. I think the third round.
By the 11th, he was spent. He had nothing left by the 11th round.
Who, Roman?
Those middle rounds, he was sweeping.
Yeah, Chocolatito. Yeah, that's the thing, and that's why it's like, I don't know if Chocolatito was. Like I said, it's just I don't know if maybe the weight is starting to affect him. He can't make 115 like that anymore, which would be scary, because I don't think he should be at bantamweight, although he wants to go there. But yeah, it's just like there was no smoke. Usually Chocolatito, when the combinations that he had, they weren't really there. The smoke wasn't there. I'm just reading Boxer Girls comments. I did notice Chuck stand there when he had Estrada against the ropes instead of unleashing. Yeah, that's all he was doing. Like, it was just constant. It was just like wow. It's like, did he leave all his fight in the gym? Like, I mean, because he just had the fight with Martinez this earlier this year, and he beat the shit out of him. So like, I'm trying to figure out why.
But y'all said, for as bad as Chocolatito looked, for as y'all saying this, Estrada needed to look a lot better and should have knocked him out, really beat his ass, because I did not see that. Like, a lot of shots, the pot shots and shit Estrada was landing, he was being active and busy, but he wasn't landing like that. Right. There was a lot of the good hard shots that were jarring, that were knocking niggas backward, was coming from Chocolatito. Did he gas? And did he even have, and this is the thing, Chocolatito didn't really have zip. It came and go throughout the fight. Like, I thought the first round he won the first round. To me, it was a little feel him out round. The 4th round, he kind of came back strong, had a little zip, but then Estrada kind of closed the round off a little stronger. So that was a hard round. Like, he'll have these little give and take moments, and then Estrada would kind of outbox him. Then I felt like Chocolatito got some of the mid rounds. Estrada came on late, but I still felt Chocolatito was with him and took one of the later rounds.
I mean,
I think Estrada. I mean, I kind of either a draw or Chocolatito won. I think the 12th round Estrada won that.
Yeah.
I won the 11th and 12th for me. So.
I mean,
he definitely won the 12th to me.
The 12th though, and that's what matters in that kind of close ass fight, Especially
nigga, every round matters, man.
Every round matters, but I'm saying the 12th round matters.
I did give him the 8th and the 9th round, but I just felt like Estrada was doing a lot more.
I mean, I thought Estrada probably won the fight like some 8-4 shit. He 7-75 or 8-4 shit, but it wasn't like 9-3. It wasn't that. No.
I mean, I can see 7-5. I can't see how he won any more than fucking 7 rounds. Like Estrada was looking mid as fuck.
Yeah, Estrada, but it was just weird. Estrada was pressing the thing with Ring Jones because Estrada had that shit. He was doing what he was supposed to do.
Dude was fighting like a poor man's Canelo at times, and he get the same benefit of the doubt, man. Fuck both them niggas, yo. I'm tired of them niggas always getting the benefit of the doubt for putting on these goddamn pedestrian ass performances. I mean, that shit is like aggravating. And we wouldn't even have this goddamn fight if they would have scored it if they would have scored it the way they scored this fight for Tito in the second fight. We wouldn't even have this fight.
Right, and
they did that on the fucking boxing industry. Look, these niggas did that shit on purpose so they could make everybody pick Chocolatito so he could be the favorite, and then they knowing he's older, so it kind of suckers everybody in. He fucking fights a little mid because he's older, so he's slower, less zip.
Yeah,
they know Estrada's been struggling like a motherfucker. Estrada fights just a little bit better looking than Chocolatito, and then they go balls to the wall giving him the fucking fight.
But that's what they said. They said that Chocolatito's biggest mistake was letting Estrada get 3 times to get it right.
Yeah, that's also true. Yeah, because I know we talked about before when we talk about Sam Peter and James Toney. How James Toney was on the first decision, but then they allowed Sam Peter to actually correct his mistakes, and he corrected the fuck out of his mistakes on the rematch.
And has his best boxing performance against the best pure boxer in his fucking resume.
Going to knockdown and too, you couldn't even argue that. It was all you can do is if you're a Toney fan just say fuck. just watch
dude, I almost wanted. I think I threw that VHS tape across the room after I recorded that shit.
I'm not sorry. It kind of when I heard the decision, I was like, it kind of hurt, but I understood it to some degree. Even though I thought Chalk won, I was like, shit.
Yeah, it wasn't a robbery. Anything. It was just it was just.
Nah, it wasn't. It could have gone either way. I had Chalk winning, but anybody who had Estrada 7-5, I could see that. I could see a draw too.
Yeah, but I mean, you can tell, like I said, I mean, both guys. Yeah, like I say, Estrada was just a little less struggle than Chocolatito, and you can tell that age. Like Boxer Girl said, he's been. They both been in some wars.
Yeah.
They both especially at that weight, 35.
Yeah, because Estrada's no spring chicken either. That's
no. But I'm saying
Estrada, they just move him better, man. He got they treat him better.
At that weight, you age pretty quick when you're 30. When you're in your 30s.
And here's Zanford gone.
What's that?
Don't Estrada fight for Zanford?
I believe he does.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
He about to get.
Yeah, I was gonna say he does.
Yeah,
they ain't let him fight no Cesar Martinez. They said, nah, you struggling too much.
He gonna get a couple cans next before his next big fight.
Yeah. I mean, truthfully, he should run the Cortez fight, but that's not gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen, Pat. Stop that.
And that's the thing. It's the commentary was trash on this shit.
He's gonna lay low because he'll lay low until Franco and Aoka fight, and the winner of that will have to fight Nakatani, and then he'll get the winner. If he makes it to there, but
yeah, he's a dust settling nigga.
I know
always wait for the dust to settle.
Well, I know Bam supposedly said I'm going to 112, but how would Bam have looked against that El Gallo strong?
Bam would beat his ass.
Bam would have smoked
both
of them. Bam would have smoked both guys.
And then jumped off the top rope, called out Cortez, the fuck.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, I mean, it was a good fight, but no, was it the classic like the first or the second one? No, it wasn't. Cause
hell no.
Yeah,
it wasn't as good as number 2, but it was a top 10.
And the third fight was mid. Look, dude, the third fight was Canelo Golovkin 3 for the Lil Jits.
Yeah,
it's always a trilogy. It's always a third fight. Goddamn,
dude, honestly, like, look, I'm kind of done with rubber matches now. Like,
no more.
I'm kind of over them. No more trilogies. Like Wilder Fury was the last one. Like,
and I didn't even want that one.
And it's funny because that's the one we least wanted, and that ends up being the best one.
That was the best fight.
But you know why? Because it happened within the best time frame.
It was a quick turnaround time frame for them shits.
That saga was. That whole saga of fights was only stretched out by 2 fights, where every other saga gets stretched out by 2 years, 3 fights times 4.
Was it Chocolatito Estrada won like 2012 or some shit?
Exactly.
Yeah, that was the first of the whole 4 King shit. That was the first fight to set the shoulder shit off.
That was a decade ago, literally.
Yeah. But it looked Golovkin Canelo 2017. Why the fuck are they fighting again today? I mean, this year, nigga. Like,
yeah, 3-4 years. Yeah, if you do a trilogy, 4 years is like, you know, the kind of the max.
You damn right. It was a battle of wills. Wilder showed what a warrior he is. You damn right, man. Like, honestly, like we get Wilder shit, but god damn, he really made Fury earn that third fight, yo.
He did,
and he made everyone kind of just be like, you know what? Fuck it, I respect the trilogy now. Like, yo, word, but Canelo, Golovkin, and them, and Chocolate, like, yeah. Y'all kind of soured the rubber matches for me now. Like, from this day forward, I'ma just remember the 2 fights that y'all niggas got robbed on, and call it and just be done with it. If Chocolatito would have got the decision in the second fight, we wouldn't need this rubber match.
Right.
Y'all literally just found a reason to give Estrada some accolades.
Right. And it's
literally, like, honestly.
Yeah, and like I said, the worst thing is too is just like I mean, Chocolatito. We mentioned this before. Like, there's always been this anti-Chocolatito sentiment against him, so it's gonna be used against him in the terms of historical sense, rather than, you know, except being the guy that has all these great victories and that went up to 4 divisions and shit like that. Because that's the thing that people don't want to hear. Like, oh, he lost to this. How can HBO ever put him as the number 1? Blah 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 list, and you know that's gonna be the narrative of how they're gonna frame this career.
The history books will have him 1-2 against Estrada and 0-2 against Sorungvasai, and I hate that.
Yeah,
he gotta win. Honestly, like, you know, that's why there's real dudes like me out there that's gonna say he got a win over everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And low key, Quadras gave him the best fight for the first time.
Yeah, and then truthfully, and they damaged, and that was the fight that started the Chocolatito slide, so to speak.
Yeah,
that was one of those like really damaging fights, because the Quadras was never the same after that shit, and Chocolatito lost to Sorungvasai after that twice. So it's like
facts.
Yeah,
I mean, I wanted Chocolatito to get a paycheck too, but damn, it's just I don't want to see him get robbed to get paid though. You feel me?
Or worse, go to 118, because I don't think Chocolatito is a bantamweight. Like I just don't see it.
I think he's done. From everything he said, from the cues and all that, from the the post fight interview, I think unless he gets paid a big bag, I think he's done. He don't need to fight him.
But 118, so you know, like once Monster unifies, I was talking about it. 118 is such a like kind of a not dead division, but it's kind of thin. You know what I'm saying? I can see it. You know?
That makes it worse because he would do it for.
It's tempting.
There's no real payday, so he could fight somebody who's just average or just not even average. He could fight like a Jermaine Ortiz type of guy, and have a hard fucking fight, or better yet, get his ass kicked.
But I mean, if Monster drops the belts and he gets a chance to become like what a 5 division champ, you know, like It's tempting.
Yeah, and honestly, I could see Chocolatito trying to do something like that. I mean,
what if Monster picks the belts back up again? Did what?
No.
No,
Avoid Monster at all.
I mean, with that being said, I honestly don't want to see a Chocolatito Monster fight right now because the Monster will body him, and I don't want to see that. Like, I really don't. You know, because it's gonna be horrible to watch Chocolatito get bodied at 118 by Monster like that.
If you would have gave me the Chocolatito from the first Soren Visa fight or the Quadras fight against the Monster that was around that time, just came trying to see who he fight. Was it? Nah, I'm fucking mixing.
Yeah, like Nieves around that time, like on that first Superfly card.
But that was the highest level Chocolatito that you would have fought, that would have ever fought Monster realistically though.
Right.
Because I don't think the Chocolatito that had the late surges again could handle what Monster will become.
You're right. Yeah.
So that's why I feel like, you know, it maybe be a 50-50 fight back then.
Man, now
it's like, stop, like, nigga, this is like murder.
Yeah, murder.
This is like Morales Maidana, like. Right,
right. You know, you don't want to see it though, but if Chocolatito does decide to hang up, hey, you know, we'll fucking salute him for a great career. He did have a great career, like, you know, but like P said though, the fact that, you know, he's winless against Soren Visa and then he's 1-2 against fucking Gallo. Yeah, that's not gonna look. Yeah, they're gonna nitpick his resume, even though his resume is solid as fuck.
Yeah, because it's the people who didn't know, like they weren't in, like, it's like one of those damn, you wasn't there, like,
right.
The people who wasn't like watching boxing during this era, they're not gonna realize it, like,
right.
They're gonna look, and that's why I'm just so pissed at how they just literally orchestrated Estrada to be to kind of take away from the longevity of greatness Chocolatito had.
Mm-hmm.
You had to make him the loser of this round robin of fights with these guys, and I just don't like how they did that. Like, it's a disservice.
Right. And then before we go on to Fury Chisora to end things, I also gotta mention too, fucking Julio Cesar Martinez. Like, nah, bro. Like,
give him some bars.
Yeah, like I don't know what Reynoso is doing in this camp, but I would have.
You mean Canelo? Canelo is a trainer in that gym. I keep telling y'all that shit.
Yeah, I would have thought that after getting humiliated like he did against Chocolatito earlier this year, he would have come up with something different. Like, no, nothing, stalking, throwing hard shots, the usual. No, you know, straight up and down, no frills. Power.
If that guy didn't break his hand, he would have got a UD for sure off JCN.
Yeah, because
but his hand got fucked up and it became a shit show, and he was just doing the ring around.
He could have still used one hand.
Became a ring around the rosy motherfucker, man.
Yeah, he ran too much.
I understand when commentators saying, "Oh, throw it," his hand was fucked up, you know, but god damn it,
you got two hands, nigga.
You could have won you lost your 0. You could have been a champion, nigga. Like, what the? I mean, do what you throw the left.
Yeah, you know, switch, adjust, jab, throw lead shots.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he didn't do none of that shit. Like, look,
he should have won that fight. Like, I think before
he was supposed to, but he gave it away. He did all that fucking moving. Look, I done seen Eddie Chambers versus Thomas Adamek. Like, you can't tell me you can't beat a world-class fighter with one hand.
Right.
And Adamek was trying a lot harder than motherfucking Martinez was.
Right, shit. Paulie Malignaggi made a whole fucking career about winning fights with one fucking hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Like, and if athletic as dude was, like, bro, like, come on. Like, honestly, a hurt hand is I don't want to just pay like one of these niggas who just pick and choose what injury to say is a big injury or not, but it's one of the most winnable fight having injuries. We've seen niggas with Tank beat Cruz with a hurt hand. Floyd beat Balder with a hurt hand. Castillo, all types of Roy Jones Hopkins. I mean, damn, like, and all these guys were legit having guys who was really coming at him. Martinez was not cutting off the ring.
Martinez couldn't. He don't have shit. He didn't have shit for him, but he won.
Just
the
determination.
Fight. But he won the fight just because. I mean, the dude was not throwing, and it was just
He would move too much. Like, look, in a fair world, Carmona or what was his name?
Carmona.
Okay, Carmona. Okay, he would have got a draw.
Yeah, I thought he won the fight. I thought he won the fight, to be honest.
If you had him winning, I can't even trip if you had him winning, but I felt like he did more to lose the fight than win.
He also, that's what I also agree with that too. I mean, because it's just like you kids. I mean, LB was saying, you behind the scenes, when your Sergio Moore says you're running around too much, then goddamn it, you're running.
Yeah, like if Sergio Mora said you're running, then motherfucker, you're running, nigga. You're really running. Like you got on them all. You got on All Stars and you down the street. You Ricky right now. Like you dropped milk, all of that shit.
He dropped the milk and all that.
Yeah.
But I mean, the undercard was. I mean, they got two of Eddie's prospects. Diego Pacheco did his thing.
Pacheco really good. Pacheco looks like he could be something. I'm impressed for the past couple of outings from him.
I picture him and Benavidez get some wars because the dad trains trains him and shit. And then Ammo looked alright. I mean, I don't know. Ammo's kind of mental's not all there, but I'll pull for Ammo still.
Yeah, I mean, I just hope that he stays focused. About his boxing, and hey, I mean they let him bring the dog to the ring, so I mean I guess that's a good thing.
He was fucking the guy up, I mean but I don't know. We'll see how he pans out. But it was a decent card. I mean, I guess it was cool.
Yeah.
It was a cool card.
Yeah, so but like I said, I mean if that's like the final saga of the Four Kings of 115. Well, I mean, like I said, it would have been nice to go out in the fight of the year, but hey, at least it was a decent enough fight. It was an entertaining fight nonetheless, though. But yeah, I think any fight going forward with any of them at that division, I don't think it's gonna hold any real classic shits. I think the classic is pretty much. I think it's done on all four of them at this point, unless they want to turn into Arturo Gatti for some reason.
Nah, we're good. Yeah.